big day at Gulfstream Park on Saturday as it is Pegasus World Cup Day, but on Sunday we have a mandatory Rainbow Six payout. It begins in race number 6 that day. It's an incredible sequence. Regardless of what happens between now and Sunday, it is a mandatory payout. The pools will be huge, and Brian Nato and Samantha Perry with you. And Brian, we'll take a look at some of our key plays in this sequence here, and kicking it off with race 6, a mile and a 16th on the Tapeta.
Yeah, it's a toughie to start it. It's a spread race. I'm going to come with the 4 Sandancer. Marty Drexler starting to get some traction here. Won at a big price on Wednesday. Coming down from Woodbine with tactical speed. Like I said, I think it is a spread race. I've got Sandancer in there, but, you know, a horse like Unified Weekend down to the inside off the claim for Brittany Vandenberg. I think there's a lot of different horses you can use to kick off this sequence.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that there are a few horses that you could fade as well. A couple of those would be like Solar or horses like Burning Man off a quick rest here. I just feel like there are some horses that you can just maybe cross the line through and pick your battles with this race.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. Check the tote board, too, right up to the last second to maybe see who's live and taking some more money than they should.
Race number 7, it is a maiden special weight event, 3-year-old, 7.5 furlongs on this turf course. A very well-bred field here, Brian, to kick off the late pick 5.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, tab the double will pays because the 7 Gun Barrel City with a monster pedigree for Todd Pletcher could be bet off the board. That would be a very positive sign. I'm just going to go with the Brian Lynch firster. He's got a couple of them. He's got the 2 Oscar Worthy. I like the 4 Freakazoid a little better. Luis Saez lands here. Nice pedigree. A half to Sacred Wish, who was a good turf runner. Again, it could be a spread race, especially if the 7 Gun Barrel City's not taking a lot of early money.
And I like the other Brian Lynch trainee, Oscar Worthy. I feel like this horse, gelded coming in to his debut. Oscar Performance is a sire that Brian Lynch knows very well, but a very competitive maiden special weight event in the second leg of the pick 6. Race 8, it's 7 furlongs on the dirt track here. We've got a couple of new faces. Have been a lot of older faces in this spot.
You know, Sir Ali was my best bet last time, and it was a little too tough for him behind the distractor and horses like that. I'm coming right back to him, Samantha. I need a single in this sequence, or my ticket would be huge. He's my best bet again on Sunday. What's he doing today? He's playing against Florida Breds, and I think that's a very, very big deal.
Yeah, and in the one hole you have English Bob, who's coming off of the claim for trainer Kelly Breen, but has put together 2 wins in a row. This is a big jump up, but he's shown he's got guts.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Massive rise from 62.50s at the bottom, but he's in very, very good form, and he's looking for the hat trick.
Race number 9, this could be our feature. It's such a strong race, a mile and an 1/8 on the Tapeta, and we've got the return of Fly the W, who set a track record last out.
Man, he was so cool. We were rooting for him. We didn't have him, but that doesn't mean we can't root for him. He's 13 for 23, 12 for 23 on the Tapeta. You got to use him. There's no doubt about that at 9 furlongs, but I think Conglomerate, the 6 at 9 furlongs, he's so up against it at 8.5. Now at 9 furlongs, it might level the playing field. He was really rolling late last time behind Fly the W, and I'm going to see if he can turn the tables a little bit.
There's some heavy hitters and just some old hard-knocking Tapeta horses we've got in this 9th race. Race number 10, 5 furlongs on the turf course here. We've got a very competitive field. Who's a must-use for you here?
I don't know if he's a must-use, but my long shot is XY Speed, and I'll be getting a lot of free drinks if he wins, I think, on Sunday, because he's a monster price, but he's never been in with a group like this. He's dropping. He's got back prior good turf races. Let's try to blow this up with the 9 XY Speed.
I think also that Shaky Shabazz is worth mentioning for Marty Drexler. This is a horse, I know he's kind of been hard to get on the right path, but we mentioned Marty Drexler. This is a barn that's definitely going the right way right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if I want to throw out the 5 Tilted Towers, too. The last time he had a proper turf race was at Ellis Park, and he absolutely drubbed them with a huge figure.
Race 11 to end the Rainbow Six sequence, 7.5 furlongs. It's Phillies maiden special weights here. A very strong competitive group. Another Brian Lynch first-time starter as well.
Yeah, Brian's got the 3 Hello Hollywood. Not sure about this one. Another Oscar Performance. I mean, clearly the race goes through, yes, to Champagne. They bet her off the board last time. From the proven afternoon runners, she's the best of it here. I think Mama Bella's interesting for Jose D'Angelo. He's like 1 for 235 first turf, but now she's got that race behind her. She's drawn perfectly. To me, she's got a world of upside. Oisin Murphy's going to land here as well. Don't sleep on her.
No, and one good note about Yesta Champagne is in her last race, she kind of waited on the other horses there, putting blinkers on. I talked to Ian Wilkes after that race on the turf, and he said that was the move. Good to see it happen, and Lasix goes on today.
Yeah, she's clearly the one to beat, and I'll tell you what, you could do worse than singling her if you want to spread early, try to ensure you're alive. And what we talked about, Samantha said a huge pool on Sunday.
We'll have our tickets posted. Best of luck in the mandatory Rainbow Six on Sunday at Gulfstream Park.